everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tanya and welcome to my new subscribers. I hope you'll like my content and consider sticking around. Today's video will be my review of my Louis Vuitton 4-ring key holder. I've had this little darling for about, and I call it a darling because it's my little darling. I've had it for approximately 3 years or nearly 3 years, and I have been using this little thing daily ever since I bought it. A few years ago when I started getting into luxury items, because I'm still relatively new to the luxe world, I was watching a lot of YouTubers and many people were talking about how, the best first starter piece is something like the 4-ring key holder or the 6-ring key holder. So I thought I would try purchasing one in the size of the 4-ring key holder to use as a test. The funny thing about these is that when I first started watching YouTube videos about this, it just brought me back and made me think of my grandfather, because I remember my grandfather used to have a key holder like this, and it just to me, when I started noticing people with these items and showing them on YouTube and everything, I thought, oh my gosh, I just thought of my nonno, because that's what he used to use. And my dad didn't because he had too many keys, but I remember my nonno used to have one, and nonno is grandfather in Italian. So I thought it was really sweet and really cute, and I wasn't sure if they were going to work for me, so I thought I'll do a test. I purchased this one pre-loved from one of the Japanese resellers, of course, on eBay, and I have not stopped using it since. I have been using this for approximately 3 years or nearly. Anyway, so what I thought I'd do, I've been saying for ages and ages and ages I was going to review it, and for ages and ages and ages I haven't done that. So I'm attempting to do that today. So if you're interested, then hang around. Okay, so I have the 4-ring key holder. My key fob is not in it, but that's okay. I sort of just like have it hanging over like that, and I'll explain what I did to enable that. So this is my 4 key ring holder, and as you can see, I don't carry many keys at all. I've just got 2 house keys, a little letterbox key, and the key fob itself. Strictly speaking, if I sort of make room, I could in fact close it, but it just means juggling things around a little bit and squishing them. There's still a little bit of sticking out bit happening there. It's a bit like a tongue, isn't it? Sticking out. So strictly speaking, if I needed to have everything compacted in there, I could. And this is a very old piece. It's not vintage, but it's very old. So I'm not worried about stretching it out or anything like that, because that's, that bridge has already been crossed. But most of the time, just for convenience sake, I leave the key fob hanging out, the car one, and I have just added one of these, I think this one came with it anyway, just the round ring, and I've added it to the actual ring of the key holder. So, specifics about this. This is the vernis leather, as you can see, which is the patent leather with that beautiful shine. It has the LV logo. Am I upside down? No. It has the LV logo embossed on it down through the piece of leather. It's one piece, has all the fleur-de-lis and the, the flower things. I can't remember what they're called. If you know, let me know down below. I can't remember. And the color is pomme d'amour, which is apple of love. That's what, if you translate that literally, what that means. But anyway, the inside is not vernis. The inside is just smooth leather. And it's got the gold hardware. So it's got the gold button sort of pressed out on the inside. The outside has no exposed button, which is good because then there's no wear. There's still wear, but different wear. And that's what it looks like inside. So I'll take my keys off and show you what this looks like up close. Okay, so here you see that there are many indentations and there is a tiny bit of color transfer, which is not really color transfer per se, but it's just, a little bit of wear from the keys themselves. Because they're metal, it always, some residue comes off. It's got the gold bar across the top here. This is removable. So if you push these down, you can actually slide that little thing out if you wanted to, but I won't do that. And it's gold across there. The hooks were all completely gold, but as you can see, they go from the yellow gold through to that silver because that brass effect has worn off. And across the very top here, if you can see closely, you'll see that where those hooks have rubbed, or keys or whatever, it's not completely gold. There is some of that silver coming through. Can you see there? Now that's not tarnish. A lot of people talk about how, or call that tarnish. That's actually not tarnish. That's wearing away of that brass coating. So there's nothing you can do about that. Even if you were to go over that with Brasso, it doesn't necessarily take away that silver and makes it gold again. That gold is gone, that gold brass tone. The inside of the press stud here, which is, you know, the receiver end, is flat, and engraved on it is Louis Vuitton. Then here, this is one fixed piece. You could fit a card in there, and I have done it. It tends to overlap a little bit here on the sides, so when you close it, it can be a little bit tight and pull against it. But all in all, it is such a hardy little item. Having said that, I do have damage on this, and I did buy it pre-loved, so there was some damage already on it. But like I said, this was my test, thinking that I was going to use this for a while and then discard it or sell it on and repurchase a new one. But I just haven't been able to let it go. I think the color, you know, if I'm looking for it in my bags, this red pops out. I know exactly where it is, and it's small and compact enough that it doesn't get in my way, that I want to change it. I actually quite love it. Moving on. So when you open it up flat, it doesn't stay completely flat, because obviously, you know, they need to have excess leather to accommodate for the folding over so that it doesn't pull and tear. The damage that I have noticed the most for mine is on the glazing. It's on the glazing across the top. So you will see here, it's actually starting to come away there. It's starting to split. Can you see? Just in there. Around the flat sides, it's actually all intact until we just get to those curved bits. And that's where the wear shows, because the vernis has worn away. And that's what it looks like there. It's grey. You just see the grey leather that's underneath. The stitching is actually still intact. Yeah, the stitching is all intact. It's interesting because the very surface layer of the patent, it's like a coating over that red, if that makes sense, has cracked. Can you see there? So it's almost like that shiny film has come away, and all you can see there is the red underneath. There's the red that's completely worn away at the top, and then the shiny part has actually come away because it's a little bit matte just under there. But that has happened in all four, not corners, but four bends, you know, where the thing folds. So the top two here and the bottom two there. This poor little thing has been dropped. It's been scraped. It's been through the mill, let me tell you, but it is still holding up. The glazing is a problem, and as I've shown you there, the color has come away. So if I were to repurchase this, would I buy a vernis one again? Probably not. Having said that, I don't think I would buy an LV one, simply because they have glazing across the top, and it just makes more sense to buy one where the leather has been folded over. You know how you get that lip? You get that lip of the leather that's folded over, and then it's stitched across. I mean, they've got the stitching anyway. They may as well just fold that leather over. But, you know, you can see why they've done the glazing, because these are two pieces of leather. So the inside is one leather, the outside is another. It's been pieced together, and then the glazing acts like a glue. And you know that because the glazing has not worn, but it's sort of followed the groove of the two pieces of leather. You can probably, maybe not, just see where that groove is in there. But anyway, so if I were to purchase another keyring holder, I think it wouldn't be LV, simply because of the glazing. So that's my little take on this little beauty. I still love it. I will never sell this. And I don't think it's worth me sending this to a bag spa, because it would cost more than what I paid for it. I think I paid under $100 about 3 years ago. I will find some type of glossy paint and just dab it on with a cotton bud and just dab it on there to fill that grey colour. And I'm thinking I'll do that little restoration and record that as I go. So let me know what you think. Do you have a 4-ring key holder? Do you have both the 4-ring and 6-ring key holders? What do you prefer and why? Is there anything else you'd like to see from me on my channel? I'm going to push out quite a few bag related videos. I'll probably keep my outfit of the day videos sort of on the back burner for now. And take it from there. So let me know if there's anything you'd like to see. I will link my bag collection videos. If there's any particular review you'd like to see of one of those bags, yell out, happy to help. So take care everybody, God bless, and I'll see you next time.